We haven't seen levels like that since September of 2020, 3 years ago. Now, this isn't the end all be all, days on market, but it is an indicator that the market is slowing down. Hello, everybody. My name is Wesley Meyer. As you might know, I'm a realtor here in the Nashville area. I help people just like you buy and sell homes. What we're gonna do today, it's gonna look a little bit different. Today, we're gonna do a monthly market update for the Nashville housing market. We did one last month. This month is September. We're gonna take a deep dive into the August data, take a look at what happened, what's trending, where I think the market's gonna be going this month, and what you can do as a buyer or a seller right now in the climate of this Nashville market. So buckle up, we're gonna do a deep dive into the MLS data. Let's go. So here we are, let's deep dive, let's go into the MLS data. So this is RealTrax, this is our MLS here in Middle Tennessee. Let's take a look at this. Let's see Davidson County. Let's produce some data. We'll do single family houses, since that's what most people are looking to buy. Size and price doesn't matter at this point. So Davidson County, this is the seed county in Tennessee. This is where Nashville is. The median sales price. We look at median sales price, not average, because if we look at the average, the data is it's easy to get misrepresented because there's a lot of multi-million-dollar listings here. It kind of makes the average house price a lot higher than it actually is for most people. So we take a look at the median. It's a little bit more representative of what the actual normal house is in Nashville. So you can see it climbed a little bit from last month. So August, the median sales price for a single family home in Davidson County was $485. In July, it was $480. It jumped up, and we're going to take a look at that here in a bit. But it's staying more or less steady this entire year. You can see it right here. So it's not really wavering more than about $5,000, which is super interesting because you can see historically we've just been climbing and climbing ever since 2020. So let's go to something else. Let's go to days on market. This one's quite interesting. Remember how crazy it was 2021 and 2022, the first half of 2022? It was crazy. It was so hard to get an offer accepted on a house. There were multiple offers. Things were going for $50,000 over asking price. People were buying sight unseen. That craziness, we'll go average, not median. Yeah, the average home in Nashville in 2022 was on the market for 10 days. That's very quick. That is very fast. And it's just been dropping ever since 2020 as Nashville was booming, houses were getting sold, the market was on fire. That all changed about mid last year. The market started slowing down, and that's represented in how long houses stay on the market. So when there's less people looking to buy a house, houses take longer to sell. That's just the nature of supply and demand. So what we saw happen in 2022 is interest rates started going up. That limited the number of people who were out looking to buy a house. That's creeping up. That's been creeping up ever since. In March, when my wife and I bought our house, the average days on market was 17 days. Lo and behold, it has been creeping up ever since. It's up to 24 days on average for days on market for a single family house in Davidson County. We haven't seen levels like that since September of 2020. So 3 years ago. Now this isn't the end all be all, days on market, but it is an indicator that the market is slowing down. Really what the indicator is that there are less buyers looking. Houses are listed for longer because there are less buyers wanting to put down an offer. So keep that in mind. Let's go look at something else here. Let's just look at the total number of homes for sale for a second. Very, very low in 2022. Things would go on the market and they get snatched up. Interest rates start to rise and there's slowly a little bit more inventory on the market, but we're starting to creep back down. And this is mainly because of interest rates. As interest rates rise, buyers dropped out of the market. So there's a little bit of rise in inventory, but at the same time, you reach a point where sellers aren't listing their houses anymore. And we're gonna take a look at this here in a bit. We've been hovering around this 2,900 for a while. There are just less and less houses being listed on the market because homeowners don't wanna lose their low interest rates. So again, I used that word stalemate last month. That's still in play, just a little bit less so, and I'll show you why here in a bit. Let's look at pending sales. So 3-year low. There is no one in this market, guys. There is no one in this market. You wanna take advantage of having a good opportunity to negotiate, now's not a bad time. You can see how little inventory is being moved right now. Let's take a look at new listings. So this is the past 3 years. We are in 2023. New listings per month, things are just dropping. Goodness sakes, there is no one listing a house right now. That's an overstatement. There are people listing their homes for sale, but very, very, very few compared to where they were, even in a tight market like last year, where there was still a huge lack of inventory. That was for a different reason. There was a lack of inventory because the buyers were just going crazy. There were so many buyers looking to buy, the inventory was low because they would snatch them up. Now it's a different reason. There are no more buyers, but there's also hardly any sellers selling their homes. So again, we're in a stalemate. This right here, the fact that there are so few homeowners selling their homes, that is what's propping up prices right now. It's simple supply and demand. There is not enough supply to have home prices drop. People calling for a housing market crash, pay attention. We will not see a housing market crash here in Nashville while there is such low inventory. And I don't think the inventory is going to go up until mortgage rates drop. That's going to make homeowners feel more comfortable selling. I'm seeing this personally. The only people selling their homes right now are the people who have to. Either there's a death and they're trying to get rid of an estate, they have to move for work, or there's a life change where they just have to move. Those are the people who are selling their homes right now. Only seeing people list their homes who have to, and that's why we're at a 3-year low. So let's look at month supply. This chart is how much time do we have? How many months do we have at the current rate of consumption? So if buyers keep buying at their current rate, how many months do we have until we run out of houses? We are still climbing. Now, generally, a 6-month supply of homes is considered balanced. I don't know if we're ever going to get to 6 months in Nashville. It's been very low for the past several years in Nashville. In general, we just have low inventory, pending sales dropping like a rock. There are not many houses going under contract, but there also just aren't that many houses being listed. So those two things combined are propping up the home prices in our market. So what can you as a homeowner do about it? Well, there's a couple things. If you are looking to sell your house right now, I'm gonna repeat what I said last month. Buyers are not willing to overpay on a house anymore. With how high mortgage rates are, with how high interest rates are on a mortgage, that's where any of their extra money is gonna go. So what you need to do is you really need to lean into your agent, find a fair price to list your home at. Home prices are still very, very high. You're gonna get a very nice return on your house, but it cannot be over market value. In a lot of scenarios, buyers are just not gonna pay over market value for the house right now. There's always exceptions. There are some really hot areas where houses are still getting snatched up really quick, but especially when you start getting to those upper bands of more expensive homes, there's a lot more inventory on the market. Things are a lot slower, especially in those over $700,000 to over $1 million homes. Those are sitting there. So keep that in mind if you're a seller. Listen to your agent, lean into your agent, do a deep dive in your specific neighborhood, see what other houses are selling for, see how long they've been on the market too. So if there's a house that's very similar to yours, same amount of bedrooms, same amount of bathrooms, it might be easy to say, well, look, that one's listed at $450,000 and it's almost just like my house and it's a few blocks away. Well, that might be true, but see how long it's been on the market. See if they've reduced their price any. You saw the average right now is 24 days on the market. Been sitting there for 25, 30 days. There's a reason for that, because there's either something wrong with the house or people just don't think it's worth that much money. So if you are in that scenario, think about just pricing your home a little bit less than that. It's good to have some healthy competition in the housing market. If you're looking to buy right now, you hold a lot of power as a buyer. As less and less people are looking to buy, it's going to put a lot of pressure on homeowners who are trying to sell. So use that pressure to your advantage. Get your closing costs paid. Have the sellers make repairs on the home. Have them buy down your mortgage 1% or 2%. Or go the traditional route and just renegotiate the price. There's a lot of things that you can do as a home buyer to get the best deal possible. And right now, it's really not a bad time to get a deal. If you want to find out more about that, there's going to be a link in the description to a first-time home buyer consultation if you want to find out more. Even if you're not a first-time home buyer and you just want to learn more about real estate and where things are right now, just sign up for that anyway. You can talk to myself and my team. So if you want to meet me in person, meet with my team in person, sign up for that. The link will be in the description. Key takeaways from this data deep dive. Housing costs are up a little bit year over year. So at this time last year, the median sales price for a home was a little bit less than it is now. That's just due to lack of inventory. There are hardly any people selling their home right now. That is propping up the market, keeping home prices high. I predict for September and throughout the rest of the year, As long as interest rates hold steady, things are going to kind of stay the same. Slowly, more and more people are going to start selling their homes though. I predict home prices are going to creep down in September and throughout the rest of the year, save for one thing. If interest rates drop, I don't expect them to drop this year, but again, no one has a crystal ball. Please don't take anything I say as a certainty, because no one knows. If anyone claims they do know, run the other direction, because no one knows. But if interest rates do drop, housing costs are going to skyrocket. They are holding steady right now because of low inventory, because of a low amount of buyers. That will change as soon as interest rates go down. Buyers will flood the market because now many more people can afford to buy. Sellers are going to feel comfortable listing their homes because they can buy a house at a lower interest rate. That is going to be the trigger. So pay attention to interest rates. Pay attention to what Jerome Powell says. Pay attention to what the Fed does. And pay attention to what's happening in your specific neighborhood. If you want to know everything that happens real estate wise in your specific neighborhood, reach out to me. I can get you on an email list to your specific neighborhood to tell you in real time anything that goes up for sale, anything that gets reduced in price. You'll know instantly whenever it happens. My contact info will be in the description. If you want to get notified about your specific neighborhood, please reach out to me. I'd love to get in contact with you. That's going to wrap us up here. If you or anyone you know is looking to buy or sell a home here in Nashville, please reach out to me. Again, my contact info will be in the description. Please like and subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of my multiple videos per week. I hope this video was valuable to you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.